Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Kits Eye Care Channel, Canada's #1 contacts, glasses, and eyewear store. Joining us today is the Chief Operation Officer, Joseph Thompson. Welcome back, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Such a pleasure, man. Last time we spoke, we kind of went down your history, a little bit of introduction to the company, but today I kind of want to fully break down your business model. Now let's kick this off by first and foremost that you are a category defining eye care company with basically 2/3 of a million active users, 62% repeat. Let's break that down a little bit by first and foremost talking about your product offerings between, I guess, everything from eye care related, from glasses to contacts. Do you just want to talk about those products real quick?
Sure. Well, we're underpinned by a strong, profitable business that's really anchored, as you said, by reoccurring subscription revenue. We think, one of the greatest value creation events in the market in the last decade has been the shift from transaction to subscription revenue, whether it's Apple or Amazon or Disney or beyond. And we're happily moving our over 600,000 active vision corrected customers from a transaction basis into subscription with our auto ship program. That's going very well. We've also expanded into our growth vector, which is eyeglasses. We have a vertically integrated optical lab right here in Vancouver, where we can make a pair of prescription eyeglasses in about 10 to 15 minutes, very quickly get that to customers anywhere in North America within a few days. And finally, we've opened up our infrastructure to others with our Fulfillment by Kits network, where we're fulfilling orders for healthcare companies, insurance companies, and even other optical companies.
That's great to hear. Now, when you just briefed over the subscription model, do you mind kind of just talking about, because you guys have retail stores as well, correct? And you're kind of operating through this online model as well. Are you getting a lot of these subscription services through those direct to consumer in-store sales as well? Can you talk about a little bit of the percentages as well? How much are reoccurring versus new customers, if you can?
Yeah, what we're seeing in the industry is overall, the optical industry moving pretty rapidly from traditional brick and mortar to online. We have one flagship location right here in Kitsilano in beautiful Vancouver. But aside from that, we run a very asset-light business model. And we're happy to attract customers and retain these customers by owning the vertical integration of the model, from manufacturing, from design to manufacturing to fulfillment, without requiring the expense of opening hundreds, or in some cases thousands, of brick and mortar locations.
Now, from a sector standpoint, what kind of, I know you are operating out of Canada, obviously here as well, but do you have exposure to the US? What kind of customer base are you guys seeing?
Yeah, we've seen rapid growth since we launched Kits in 2018 in both the US and Canada. So we're well represented in the contact lens and glasses industry in both countries, and growing rapidly. Our Canadian business was a smaller percentage of our overall sales until recently, and continues to grow at an even faster rate than the US market.
It's great to hear. On that note, too, talking about it from basically this kind of macroeconomic environment, a lot of people have concerns about obviously supply chains, inflation. I don't know how much the geopolitical factors come into play here, but are you guys being hindered by any of this at all?
One of the best ways to control your own destiny is to control the rails. Do the design, do the manufacturing yourselves, which limits the number of touch points between when a product is designed and manufactured to when it's received by the customer. So by skipping most of the steps in the traditional optical industry, we're able to skip multiple levels of that inflationary pressure that has hit every industry, including optical. So while we have seen a small impact of costs increasing on the carrier network and other parts of the business, the impact has been relatively minimal compared to other players.
I'm sure the retail audience would love to hear that. And then finally here, do you mind just speaking about from a competitive standpoint, because you guys are really kind of putting yourself as this kind of category defining eye care company, and you have all this experience. I mean, the CEO has lots of history in the eyewear business. How do you guys feel like you stand out against the competition, and kind of what do you see as the sector exposure from, the competitive standpoint?
Well, we think the best way to build and grow a sustaining business is by focusing on Net Promoter Score. Typically, the most valuable company in any industry is the one that has the highest NPS or Net Promoter Score. And so we're focused on the customer, maintaining that vertical integration and high bar for customer service, so that we can maintain the fastest delivery, the highest quality, and the lowest price. And we think that that's continued to serve us, or that has served us well as we've grown the business from 2018 to today, and it's going to continue to be our focus over the next couple of years.
Great to hear, Joseph. I really appreciate these insights. Thanks so much for coming out today.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure. On that note, folks, when we come back, we're going to be diving down into financials, some guidance, and so much more. So consider subscribing for those updates and let us know what you think in that comment section below. Would love to hear your opinion, but stay cool, stay awesome. And as always, I look forward to catching you in the next one.